So here's how we're gonna be doing the arms. Pretty much, we are gonna be using these mixel joints for the whole thing. That's how the whole thing is gonna have posable parts to it, posable arms, posable legs. So that is the main key to this whole thing. And then beyond that, we are just using a bunch of brackets in different ways to add some detail all around the whole thing. And then the hands, I played around with a few things, and this is what I ended up coming up with, and I think it serves the purpose pretty well. So I'm happy with that. And we have the two arms here, and on this one I added a little branch, and I think that looks pretty good. For the legs, I am just having one posable spot here where the knee is, and then beyond that, I just really wanted it to be thick, like trunks at the bottom, like big tree trunks, and then get a little bit narrower, more slender as we go up. So I used quite a variety of pieces. A lot of this is all brittle brown, so I had a lot of pieces that ended up getting broken that I've lost through the process of building him. But I think the end result is looking pretty good. So we have this leg, and we have this other one here. Pretty similar, but just using all these different techniques, using these snot bricks in the middle to hold it all together. Let me take a panel off here so you can see kind of what it looks like there on the inside. And it's pretty much the same on the other one. And there's just all these panels and different pieces going together to make up all this shape. Let's see if I can open up part of this one here too without breaking a piece, because it's also brittle. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing there. But I think that worked out perfectly. I love how it turned out. It's looking really good. So we have all of our limbs now, the legs and the arms. Now we just can go ahead and add them onto the body. For the head and the body, it's pretty slender and tall, but I think I kind of wanted it to look that way just because that's kind of how he looks in the movie. He has this little swoop up here, so I wanted to have that, the eyebrows, and then I used this arm piece for his nose that sometimes gets stuck in there. So I just used this little arm piece for his nose there, and then he's got a mustache with these two pieces coming out. And then for his beard, we're just using these dark brown leaf pieces that will just attach right there. But for now, since they do fall off fairly easily, I'm just leaving them off for the side. But then in the top, I wanted to have some space for some minifigures, Merry and Pippin, to stand up here. So it's kind of dark, but I made some space there. I think it will work to have them both there. That has been my hope. But then the eyes, we are using this little bar with a hole in it, which is actually, let me see if I can get this off. It's this like popsicle piece. I don't know what that's called, but it's the round stud with the bar sticking out. And I use that because it does have the hole there. I've seen other people on other MOCs when they're making animals use a piece similar that has a hole. I don't know if it was that exact piece or something else. This worked, so I just wanted to use that to give him a sense of like pupils in his eyes with the golden eyes. I thought that was perfect. So the eyes look pretty good, the nose, and then the beard. And then just for his torso, just a variety of different pieces, and even on the back. And having some of these leaves here just because there were, in the film, a little bit of leaves in that area. So I wanted to include that as well. I'm really happy with how this mustache turned out though. I think that looks really cool using those parts for that. So very happy with the face. So now we do have all of the parts for him, all his limbs and his torso and head. So we can just go ahead and attach them all and make the full thing. So there we go. There he is, completely done. I think he looks really good. The coloring, I think, works perfectly with the different shades of browns and then the occasional like lighter pieces and nougat pieces. I think it looks really good. And then even the leaves here on his head, I think turned out really, really cool. So I am very excited about this. It's kind of the first like buildable creature I've done, at least in a long time. I kind of struggle with like organics and things like this, but I am very pleased with how he turned out in the face and everything. So I think the proportions are really good. Originally, he was gonna be shorter. Like I had this section of his leg, I think 2 studs shorter, and that would not have looked right. So I think it turned out perfectly. He is a little bit thin at the joints, but I tried to kind of smooth that out as best as possible. And overall, I think it's pretty good. The back is maybe a little bit less detailed, but you know, the back isn't as important as the front, so I'm not worried about that. But that is really good. So now we can go ahead and add him onto a base. Real quick, I wanted to go ahead and add the 2 minifigures up top, and I'm thankful that they both do fit. I wasn't sure if they actually would, but they do fit really nicely on top of his head there. So now we have the 2 minifigures, and now we can go ahead and add this guy to the base. So this marks the 3rd Lord of the Rings little mini mock at this scale that I've done, and I'm really liking how these little scenes are going. I don't need to like do a huge mock in order to get a scene, so I'm really happy with that. I think I'm gonna keep going with this series, so if you have other ideas for Lord of the Rings scenes that would be fun to see, let me know. This is the first one from Two Towers, so I'm thinking I wanna start doing some from the other movies, Return of the King and Two Towers, since I've done a lot of Fellowship of the Ring ones. So if you have ideas for that, go ahead and let me know. But that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoy this mock. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.